What is up, guys? Welcome back to Will of DDT. My name's Anonymous, and I just woke up this morning and we got some crazy One Piece news overnight, and I am not happy about it. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not happy about this announcement at all. So what exactly am I talking about? Not going to keep you guys waiting. In the West, we know OP9 just released. In Japan, OP10's been out for a little bit. So we're now getting card announcements for EB02, which seems a little premature, honestly. Feels like EB01 just came out yesterday, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. But in any case, we're getting another extra booster set, EB02. We got a couple leaders announced for it, like a green-purple Luffy, which honestly doesn't seem that impressive. I don't think it's worth covering. But the things that we just got announced like early in the morning today, are kind of game breaking, and I don't like what this says about the game moving forward. But let's jump right into it. Here it is, guys. This is a 2-cost event. This one is called Highest Point Reached, but there are a few more that I will be showing you in this video, 5 more to be exact, one for each color. So these are 2-cost events. They are named after One Piece theme songs, which is kind of cool. This one is Highest Point Reached. It's a red 2-cost event, and it's a main event. You look at the top 4 cards of your deck, you reveal one card with a cost of 4 or more, and add it to your hand. Then you place the rest at the bottom of your deck, typical search stuff. And then trigger is, the usual trigger for event searches, which is to activate the main effect. So this can search off of life as well. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. And let's get into why. Well, first of all, I do want to address the look of the card. A lot of people are like, why do these cards look this way? I also thought it was just like a rough draft or something, but no, this is actually how the final card looks. It's meant to look like a keyframe of animation. I think it's to like Genga in Japanese. As an animation enthusiast, I kind of like it. I dig it. The way that they've circled like the little hand-drawn cost number in the corner. It does look like, like an animator's rough frames or something. It's cool. I dig it, actually. I vibe with it. I know not everybody might like it. It'll look really out of place in a deck, that's for sure, but it's cool on its own. But in any case, aside from the aesthetic, let's get back to the actual effect. This is a generic search, guys. A generic 2-cost event that searches any card in your deck as long as it costs 4 or more. And let's be honest, the things that you're searching for, it's like, that's pretty much your mid-game to late game. Like anything between 4 cost and 10 cost, you can search it with this card. And it's not even color specific. That is the crazy part. If you play this event in a, like a red-green leader or a red-blue leader, you can search the stuff that's not red using this card, because you look at the top 4, it just says reveal any card with the cost of 4 or more and add it to your hand. You're searching your mid game, your late game, anything you could possibly want, you can find it with this card basically. And they have one of these for each color. So the red event is Highest Point Reached. You look at top 4, grab any card 4 or more. Green event, same exact thing. This is We Are, which is interesting that they use We Are for green. You'd think they use that for red. Red seems kind of like the poster child color of One Piece, but anyway, that's a side point. So We Are, green event, 2 costs, search top 4 cards of your deck for anything that costs 4 or more, add it to your hand. Trigger, activate the main effect. Blue is Hope, same thing, search top 4 for any 4 or more, and same for purple, Brand New World, same for black, Map of the Heart, and same for yellow, Us. So all of these are a 2-cost event with a trigger that searches, with an activate main that searches, and you can find literally anything that costs 4 or more in your deck. This is absurd, man. And it's not even just characters, by the way, for what it's worth. You can search events with this too, or stages, I guess, if there's a 4-cost or higher stage, I guess like Birdcage maybe. Noah's Ark. But in any case, yeah, you can search any card that you could possibly want in your deck, and that's a problem, man. I don't like that. I don't think this is good for the game, because part of what was I gonna say? I lost myself here. Yeah, I mean, some people might say, oh, it's balanced because it's a 2-cost event. You'd want it to be 1 cost, or you'd want it to have counter. I don't think it matters, dude. the consistency buff that you gain from this is so absurd, because you can play this in dual color leaders. You could potentially run 8 of them. I'm not saying that's good. I don't think you should actually run 8 of these, but like, you could play this in a dual colored leader. You could run 8 of these search events, and that is just a generic search that finds literally anything you could want in your deck. Part of the inherent balance of this game, right, is that oftentimes you build around a certain archetype, whether it's Straw Hats or Whitebeard Pirates or, Film, whatever it is, and you have a searcher that finds those cards. But just naturally the game has a way of working out this way, where your boss monsters are usually not searchable. Black has brand new or Spandum, that searches for CP or Navy, but their Moria is unsearchable, right? Red is often running like a Straw Hat package, but their top end is like Dragon or, again, Rayleigh, something that's unsearchable, 9-cost Whitebeard. Like every color. And yellow, don't get me started on yellow, bro. Yellow usually has, unless you're playing Katakuri, you can pretty consistently play a Big Mom package, but let's talk about decks like NL or, even Vegapunk. You're running all these units that are within a specific archetype, and then your top end, or in the case of NL, you actually don't have any archetype at all, and then your top end is completely unsearchable. You're just hoping you hit it by the time you need it. This completely breaks that inherent balance of the game. Again, you're usually able to find most of the cards of your deck, but there are very key cards that you just won't always see, and that's just part of the natural balance of the game. And now that's not going to be the case anymore. You can search for whatever you want. You don't have to build around any specific archetype, because you don't need searchers anymore. You don't need a searcher that can find you, like 30 cards of your deck, and then the remaining 20 are unsearchable. You can just run 4 of these, and you can search literally anything in your deck. And, some people might argue, well, what about things that are 1 cost to 3 cost? You can't search them. It's like, dude, who's searching for 1 cost and 3 cost? I'm searching for, like, my mid game and my late game. When I search, I am searching for something that is 4 cost or more. Let's be real. Like, very few scenarios am I searching for something that costs less than 4. So these hit anything that are 4 or more, and again, I just don't like what that means for the game. I don't like that every deck is going to be hyper consistent now. One thing, I came from Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the card game I played before One Piece, and one thing that I like about One Piece is that you can't just find every card in your deck in the first turn. Like your searches are only top 5. That reduces consistency a healthy amount. That is a good balance for the game to have. I just don't like that now. Yeah, the possibility of like bottom decking your boss monsters on a search for your mid game monsters is not a thing anymore. You'll be able to find whatever you want in that top 4 search. So again, some people will say like, oh, it's balanced because it's only top 4. Dude, there are searchers already, like body searchers, like Pudding, like I think Law. There's a few searchers already in the game that only search top 4. Like, whatever argument you make for why these cards are not busted, I promise you they're busted. Or at least they introduce a level of consistency into the game that is unprecedented. And I don't like it, man. Again, just going back to these artworks, they're fire. I like them. Again, some people might not, but I like this like rough animation, keyframe style. It looks pretty sick. The Sanji one looks so dope right here. The blue one looks really, really good. So I like the look of these cards. The idea is cool, but I don't know. I really wish that this were like some kind of exclusive card that could only be used in certain types of events only. I think that would be a great solution. That would be a great way to like have these cards exist in the game without them being busted. Maybe limit them right off the bat to like 1-ofs or 2-ofs. Something like that. But yeah, as it stands, man, I just don't like what this means for the game. I don't like the fact that Black can just search its Gecko Moria now, right? Part of the risk was like, you might trash your Moria, there's no way to bring it back to hand. Now that's not a thing anymore. If I search with this event, I'll find it. Like Black Yellow Luffy, I can, one of the most agonizing things playing that deck as someone who plays it a lot is that you can always bottom deck your 8-cost Moria off of a Garp search or an event search. Now it's like, maybe I only run 3 Garps and I run 3 of these events, and like I'm finding my Moria that much more consistently. Yeah, dude. there are some decks in the game that are really just part of the thing keeping them in check is just that they might brick. And these cards are just perfect debricking tools. And I don't think the game should have that personally. That's where I stand on it. I'm not going to beat a dead horse and keep saying it. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. Again, there's really not much more to discuss about these cards. 2 cost, search for literally anything you want, character or event or stage, and that's just absurd to me. I think that generic of a search should not be allowed in the game, and they're not even limited by color, man. If you're playing dual color leaders, you can play, you know, a black event and search for your yellow cards. You can play a red event, search for your green cards. Like, I think these are just way too generic. These are way too easy to just get whatever you need. And that is not good for the health of the game, but we'll see where it goes. We'll see if these actually end up as busted as I'm thinking they will be. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some cool possibilities for off-meta decks like that just weren't able to run searches before because they were too split up between different archetypes. So I am happy for that, I guess, the few off-meta leaders that benefit from this, but I just don't like what it says for the meta leaders that were already really powerful and really consistent. This just shoots their consistency through the roof, man. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. Am I overreacting? Is this a big deal? Is this something that we needed in the game? Is this something you're excited about? Yeah, let me know. I just want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And also, we will be doing OP9 deck profiles, so let us know what you guys want to see first. We'll try to get those uploaded on the channel along with gameplay guides. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we will see you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Peace.